qualifiers, and Egypt on the attack with Mahdi Abbas. Abdi Abbas finds Abdulaziz, but his wayward pass is difficult for Mahmoud Sabri, and Algeria will come on the attack immediately. Good one trying to find Ayashi, but his pass is a bit wayward on that occasion. So still no score at this stage. Good one for Algeria. Foul is called against Egypt's number 14, and that is Mohamed Hassanan. Good one for Algeria, finds Omar Zidi. Stoppage in play as the match commissioner Andrew Skuman pulls the referee across to the table, and we will get underway once more. Good one, looking for a gap. He'll put the shot up over Mahmoud Sabri, but it bounces kindly for Egypt, and Abdulaziz will come away with it for Egypt. Passes it to Mahdi Abbas, just manages to stay in play, and then gets blown for the out of bounds violation. Bilal Ayashi looking to get up across the court as Omar Zidi has the ball in possession for Algeria. Egypt desperately trying to keep Algeria out, and good one drives to the line, and foul is called against the Egyptians, and good one will go to the line for 2 free throws. Still no points at this stage. Just over a minute and a half played in this first quarter of this first semi-final here at the IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers in Johannesburg. First points on the board. Good one with the free throw. Sabri looking to pick up the rebound. Fortunate bounce off the chair of Ashraf Amar, and Egypt now looking to mount an attack. Good work though by Nabil. Good one for Algeria, making it difficult for Sabri to find his teammates. Now it's Ashraf Amar. 8 seconds on the shot clock. But they'll need to get it up, and they turn the ball over. So good defensive work there by Algeria. Long ambitious pass by Omar Zidi, which works, and a fancy no-look pass there by Nabil. Good one, almost paid off for Algeria, but Bilal Ayashi unable to convert on that occasion. Ashraf Amar for Egypt, the veteran. He'll look to put it up, but finds Abdulaziz. Abdulaziz crashes into the two big men, and unfortunately for Egypt there, the Egyptians have turned the ball over, and Algeria will have the put-in. Mahdi Abbas unable to control his chair on that occasion. The team physiotherapist assisting him up with the help of number 13 there is Rabi Gouda. And it looks like possession will actually go to Egypt. Mohamed Sabri looking for a gap. Ashraf puts up the shot, doesn't drop for Egypt. Good defense once again by Algeria, and a long pass across the court to Nabil. Good one. And Algeria take a 3-0 advantage in this game. Turnover by the Egyptians, and Omar Zidi will not miss that. And I think the Egyptian coach will look to call a timeout to try and get his charges back on track, but opts not to on this occasion. And Egypt now feeling the pressure as Algeria hold a 5-point advantage early on in this first half. All right, timeout called there by Egypt, and apologies for the score disappearing for a minute there, but all's back here, and thank you to Zaire Imdorins for tuning in, and I'm sure you are enjoying this coverage of your favorite team. Once again, please feel free to make comments on our live stream feed, and we're hoping to be joined by some guest commentators at some stage during this game and later on in the day. So please, let's interact, and we will try and make your experience of this game entertaining as possible. All right, back to the action now. 7 minutes left in this first quarter, and at this stage, Algeria seem to be controlling possession, but Omar Zidi illegally exits the court, and the Algerian coach is now warned that if that happens again, his team will be awarded a technical foul. Ashraf Amar for Egypt. Very static at the moment. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Sabri looking to put up the shot, but closely watched there by Bilal Ayashi. Good one for Algeria. Picks up the ball. Throws it into Bilal Ayashi, and Ayashi closely watched there by Ashraf Amar, but good work by the number 15 for Algeria. Quite frustrated with himself for missing that first attempt. And once again, the Algerians pressing the Egyptians, and the Egyptians seem to be a bit flustered at this stage, trying to get some points on the board. Abdelaziz to Mahdi Abbas. Abbas will put up the 3-point attempt, won't drop. And Bilal Ayashi decides to slow the possession down as Algeria hold a 7-point advantage. We have just under 6 minutes to play in this first quarter. Ayashi closely guarded there by Mahdi Abbas, but he frustratingly wasn't able to hold on to the possession, and the foul is called on number 9 for Egypt, which is Ashraf Amar. Nabil Goodwan at the line for Algeria, as substitution is made by Egypt, and onto the court comes Bebo, and off the court goes Mahmoud Sabri. Doesn't drop for Algeria on that occasion, but they enjoy a 9-point advantage early on here. Can Egypt get their first points of the game? They can't, and Algeria will look to mount a quick counter-attack through Omar Zidi right now. Good one into the zone. In goes Ayashi. He picks up the pass from Zidi, and Algeria starting to take control in this early stage. What can Egypt come up with here? Ashraf Amar passes it to Bebo. Bebo finds Ashraf Amar. Back to Bebo. Bebo will put up the three. Bounces off the rim, and Egypt struggling to pick up the possession. And good work there by the Algerians. So Omar Zidi now finds the number 4 for Algeria, which is Musama Begraji. Okay, so Bebo now inbounds it to Abdelaziz. Mohamed Abdelaziz to Mahdi Abbas. Back to Bebo. Egypt desperate now to put some points on the board. Abbas looking for Bebo. Back to Ashraf Amar, and he is unable to convert. Long pass all the way down the court, and Nabil Goodwin will convert once again. Ever reliable Nabil Goodwin, and definite stalwart of the Algerian team, alongside Bilal Ayashi and of course Omar Zidi. Egyptian coach Sharif barking out the orders to his court players, but he's got a lot of work to do to try and stop this green flow that is creating big trouble for the Egyptians. So Mahdi Abbas breaks free. Can he drive through under the pressure there? And first points on the board for Egypt. Good work there by the number 15 for Egypt, and is working hard to try and win the ball back. But Zidi takes control of it, and Ayashi called for the travel violation. Good call there by referee Arnold Mashaya. And the Egyptian Ashraf Amar blown for a violation, entering the zone too early. Ayashi for Algeria finds Begradi. He's unable to convert, and Egypt will put the ball in now with Mahdi Abbas. Nabil Goodwin takes Algeria's lead to 14 points at this stage. Egypt now. Rabi Gouda. Bebo looking for Ashraf Amar. Finds him. Shot goes up. Amar is unable to convert. And once again, with just over 3 minutes to play in this first quarter, Algeria looking to extend their lead, and foul is called against the Egyptians. And once again, Algeria will go to the line as Egypt are in collective fouls. They have 5 collective fouls at this stage, and we've got the number 14, sorry, my correction, number 13, Rabi Gouda is on 3 fouls already. Bebo has 1, and Ashraf Amar has 2. And for Algeria, just the 1 foul, that is to the name of Nabil Goodwin. Somebody in the crowd shouting loud to try and put off Omar Zidi, and one of the Egyptians entering the zone too quickly, and he will have another attempt. Zidi converts, and substitution for Egypt. Coming onto the court is number 14, Mohamed Hassanin, and he will replace Rabi Gouda. And number 7 is Sami Al-Sabai, and he replaces Bebo. Mahdi Abbas for Egypt. Long pass that Omar Zidi will intercept, but unable to hold on to it, and deflects it out. So Egypt looking to try and get further points on the board. Already 15 points down. Shot goes up, doesn't drop. Al-Sabai. Omar Zidi. Good one back to Omar Zidi, and it drops. Foul is called on number 14 there, Mohamed Hassanin. And even at this early stage, it looks like Algeria are out to convincingly win this particular encounter and book their tickets to the final. 17 points up, 2 minutes 38 to go. Algeria now 20, Egypt 2. Have Egypt got anything up their sleeve? Shot goes up by Abdulaziz. It doesn't drop. Nabil Goudouin for Algeria. 2 minutes 20 left in this first quarter of the first semi-final of the IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers here in Johannesburg, South Africa. Coming to you live from the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre, home of wheelchair basketball in South Africa. Mohamed Hassanin finds Ashraf Amar. He spins around trying to get the shot up. Foul called against Algeria, and that will be Omar Zidi. Omar Zidi's first foul, and side ball for Egypt. Mahdi Abbas for Egypt. Long pass across to Ashraf Amar. Battles to hold on to it, but recovers well. Abdulaziz. Loose pass there on that occasion by Sami Al-Sabai, and Egypt can ill avoid these unforced errors, and with a 20-point advantage, 1 minute 40 left in this first quarter. Nabil Goudouin comes up with the ball for Algeria. Almost deflected away from him by Al-Sabai, but he loses balance, and Algeria have an opportunity to drift into the key as it opens up nicely for Goudouin, and he congratulates his teammate Samir Lajadat. Mahdi Abbas for Egypt. Thinking about the three-point attempt, but closely watched there by the number 4, Oussama Bagradi. Egypt throws up a shot. Will it drop? It doesn't. And Sami Al-Sabai will go to the line to try and get some more points on the board for Egypt. First attempt successful. Okay, so we have 56 seconds left in this first quarter, and Algeria 24, Egypt 4. Egypt bring the ball up. Shot goes up. And 23 seconds left now to play. Algeria, one of their players goes down, as well as one of the Egyptians, and because it's in the zone, the referee will stop. Nabil Goudouin will inbound the ball for Algeria. We have 15 seconds left in this first quarter. Bilal Ashi converts for Algeria, and we are almost at the end of this first quarter, and the score at the end of the first quarter here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre in Johannesburg is Algeria 26, Egypt 4. And welcome back to the second quarter here of the first semi-final, coming to you from the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre. Just about to get underway here. Just a reminder that coming up at 5:15 South Africa time is the game between Algeria ladies and the South African Amawila girls. And following that at 7:30 is the second semi-final between host nations South Africa, the Sasol Amawila boys, and defending African champions Morocco. So do not go anywhere. This is going to be one heck of an exciting evening of top class wheelchair basketball here in Johannesburg, South Africa. Ashraf Amar unable to convert for Egypt. One of the Algerians entering the zone too early, and Ashraf Amar will have another attempt. One-handed shot there from Omar, and the rebound picked up by Omar Zidi. Zidi finds Ayashi. Bit off balance there, and vice versa. Ayashi finds Zidi. Reach and foul there called against Omar Zidi. Not impressed with the call, but definitely a good call there by referee Yusuf. So that will be Omar Zidi's third foul. So he'll need to be careful that he doesn't get fouled too early. Of course, for Egypt, the Ashraf Omar is also sitting on 3 fouls at this stage. Algeria with Bilal Ayashi trying to get the shot up, even though he was closely watched by the Egyptian. But the big guy, Omar Zidi, able to pick up the rebound, and unfortunately for Egypt, his height was too much. Ashraf Omar. Mahdi Abbas goes crashing to the floor, but a foul is called against Algeria. Looks like the call was an unsportsmanlike call. Good call there by referee Natasha Onono, one of the up-and-coming lady referees in Africa, and Natasha holds her own on the court. Mahdi Abbas unable to convert on that occasion. So of course Egypt will retain the possession, and desperate to try and narrow this gap, but even at this early stage, a big mountain for Egypt to claw their way back into this encounter. Of course, nothing impossible in wheelchair basketball. Algeria enjoyed a 12-point advantage in the game against South Africa going into the fourth quarter, and ended up losing by 2. And of course, they clawed their way back from a large deficit in their opening encounter against Morocco to win in double overtime during the pool stages. Al-Sabai finds Ashraf Omar, gives it to Sabri, and at last Egypt convert. And bon dia to Marcos Gonzalez in São Bernardo do Campo in Brazil, and we hope that you are enjoying watching some of the best African wheelchair basketball on show here in Johannesburg. Egypt. Al-Sabai, great shot there by the number 7 for Egypt, Sami Al-Sabai. So Egypt starting to convert a couple of opportunities now, but Omar Zidi there, marked by about 5 players in the zone there, and he's still able to convert. Definite height advantage, and of course a foul against him, so he will go to the line for one additional shot. Converted by Zidi, so Algeria now hold a 31 points to 8 lead against Egypt, and we have just over 7 minutes 30 to play here in this first half. Mahmoud Sabri puts up the shot, and it drops for the veteran Egyptian. Bilal Ayashi. Shot goes up. Now Egypt come away with it. Good rebound picked up there by Mahdi Abbas, but his pass is wayward and it bounces off. But luckily for Egypt, they will have the put in. So Algeria still hold a 21-point advantage. Algeria 31, Egypt 10, and we have just under 7 minutes to play in this first half. Ayashi lobs it for good one to casually bring the ball up for Algeria, but no need for them to rush anything. They're way in front at this stage, and reach and foul called against the Egyptian number 15, Mahdi Abbas, and that will be Abbas's first foul. First attempt is successful there. Second attempt not so much. Al-Sabai to Mahmoud Sabri, back to Al-Sabai. Will he convert? He doesn't, but he's fouled in the act of shooting, and of course he will have 2 free throws. Okay, so Sami Al-Sabai to the line for Egypt. Keep those comments coming in, folks. It's our pleasure to bring you this live stream, and thank you for your nice comments. Marcos Gonzalez, welcome to Doi Min, watching this live broadcast. As well as Abdul Crimo, and he says Viva Algeria. So I guess he's tuned in from Algeria then. Welcome. All right, back to the action. Nabil Goudouin finds his teammate there, but he's unable to convert. That was, of course, the number 12 for Algeria is Abdurrauf Abad. Bilal Ayashi for Algeria. Omar Zidi converts from the top of the zone there, and Algeria now enjoy a 24-point lead, and we still have just over 5 minutes 30 left in this first half, so Egypt's really struggling. Great shot there by Ashraf Amar. Bilal Ayashi. No look pass from Goudouin, and apologizes to Omar Zidi. All right, so Algeria now will do a 5-on, 5-off swap. So I think Algeria's coach has given his starting 5 enough, and he will take this opportunity with a 22-point lead to run his bench players. So obviously, as long as Egypt do not come up with a absolutely miraculous comeback. This will give the bench players a nice run ahead of the final game, which comes to us live tomorrow at 1700 tomorrow afternoon. Mahdi Abbas, Ashraf Amar doesn't drop for Egypt. Rebound there, and Faisal Sureisha will find Hakim Badashi. He tries to tap it onto the number 8 for Algeria is Mustafa Abbasi. So on court for Algeria we have Mustafa Abbasi, we have Abdul Karim Majoud, we've got Rafiq Mansouri, we've got Ayub Badrani, and of course Faisal Sureisha. Good pass in there from Ayub Badrani towards Sureisha, and at the second attempt Sureisha converts, and referee Arnold Mshwaya calling the Egyptian team management, warning them not to enter the court. Very animated Egyptian assistant coach there, and Coach Sharif listening to what the referee has to say. Pacing up and down is the Egyptian assistant. Mahdi Abbas for Egypt, and he converts. So maybe an opportunity now for Egypt to claw their way back with the second string 5 on court for the Algerians at this stage, and obviously they would want to narrow this rather large gap to as much as they can get it down to before the end of this half. Foul called on Sami El Sabah of Egypt, and of course both teams in foul trouble, and Coach Sharif calls for the timeout. So with 4 minutes 13 to play in this first half, Algeria hold a commanding 36-14 lead, and we'll be back shortly. All right, and just to run through the foul situation at the moment. On the left-hand side, that's your Algerian team foul. So number 4 there is Megraji, he has 1 foul. Nabil Goudouan has 1. Number 12 for Algeria is Ayub Badrani, he has 2, and Omar Zidi 3. For Egypt, number 5 is Sabri, he has 1. Number 7, of course, is Al Sabah, he's on 1. 2 for both Mahmoud Ahmed and Ashraf Amar. Bebo has 1. Rabi Gouda 3. Mohammed Hassan and Mahdi Abbas 1 each. So, measure them at the line for Algeria. Second attempt doesn't drop, and Egypt will look to try and get some points on the board once more. Good work there by Mahdi Abbas, driving in, but solid defense there by Rafiq Mansouri for Algeria. Hook shot, no look pass from Faisal Sureisha. It works out for Algeria, but unable to convert. Mahdi Abbas trying to make something happen for Egypt. 3 minutes 30 to go in this first half, and Sami Al-Sabai looking for the and one, but nothing given. So Egypt 16, Algeria 37. Can Egypt narrow this gap to around the 10-point mark going into the second half? Technical foul is called, and it looks like that'll go against the Egyptians. So the technical foul goes on Sami Al-Sabai. Egyptian bench not impressed with that decision, but the referee Yusuf from Morocco explaining what the call was. Has been explained now, and it seemed to have been something to do with going outside the court, which they had, of course, already been warned. So good call there by referee Yusuf. Substitution called by Egypt. They're going to bring off Ashraf Amar, and on comes Robbie Gouda. And of course, again, a big welcome to everybody tuning in from around the world. And we welcome Mark Kerf. And Mark, thank you for your comments there. We certainly will rectify that when we get the opportunity. But for now, let the action continue. Right, so Al-Sabai for Egypt, can he convert? And successful in that first attempt. Algeria with Rafiq Mansouri. 37-17, 20-point advantage at this stage. Great shot there by the Algeria number 7, and back to 22 points. We have 2 minutes, 18 left in this first half of the first semi-final of the 2020 IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers, coming to you live from Johannesburg in South Africa. And of course, your commentator talking you through. My name is Jerry Smith, and we do hope that you are enjoying the coverage of these live streams of the games here from Johannesburg. Shout out to Shaki Mupeng, as well as Sadara Lampros. Abuya Abuya. His team plays South Africa in the game between South Africa and Morocco later this evening. And of course, Carl Bowles, Wahid Abidate, and to everybody else tuning in from all over the world, especially in Algeria and of course Egypt. Rafik Mansouri for Algeria. 1 minute 54 left in this first half, and he finds Ayo Badrani, and Badrani converts. So the second string players on court at the moment are carrying on from where the first five left off, and Egypt don't seem to have any answers for Algeria at this point. All right, Bebo for Egypt, unable to convert there. Ayo Badrani for Algeria to the number 8 for Algeria, of course, Mustafa Abbasi to Mansouri. Mansouri puts up the shot as the shot clock ran down. Fortunately for Algeria, they pick up the rebound, and Mansouri once again will look to try and get a shot up, and opts rather to paste it to Faisal Soracia, and he's unable to convert on his first attempt or the second attempt. And Egypt, with 1 minute left in this first half, will look to break. Can they get the ball across the halfway line? They can. Rabi Gouda in possession. Will hand it off to Mahmoud Sabri. Sabri, good pass to Ashraf Amar, but surely a foul will be called against Mustafa Abbasi, and referee Arnold Mashwaya, very sharp eyes there, and picks up the holding foul against Abbasi. Ashraf Amar now will go to the line, and he will look to keep Egypt within 22 points. Right, again, Algeria pick up the ball. Rafik Mansouri. 34 seconds left in this first half. Mansouri working hard. Puts up a shot, doesn't drop for him. Abdelaziz for Egypt. Lays it off to Sabri. Sabri finds Bebo. Bebo will look to get the ball across to Abdelaziz, and Abdelaziz unable to convert, and he's looking for the foul, but good defensive work there by Algeria. Nothing but ball. Seconds on the clock for this first half. Pass wayward though from Algeria. Bebo will need to move quickly to get it to Abdelaziz. 1 second left. Shot's got to go up, and unfortunately for Egypt, it doesn't. And that will bring us to the end of this first half. And Algeria hold a convincing 41-19 lead. And we will be back at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre here in Johannesburg, South Africa, for the second half in a few minutes' time. All right, just about to get underway here. And Algeria will begin the second half with the bench players that came onto the court towards the end of that first half. And for Egypt on court, we have Robbie Gouda, we have Mahdi Abbas, Mahmoud Sabi, Sami Al-Sawabi, and of course Ashraf Amar. Ayo Badrani for Algeria to Faisal Shureisha, cross to Rafiq Mansouri. Mansouri will put the shot up and drops for Algeria, so they're up and running here in the second half. Really cruising at this stage, and Egypt will desperately want to come up with something. Mahmoud Sabri. Good interception there by Mahdi Abbas. Sami Al-Sawabi across to Ashraf Amar. He will look to convert, doesn't drop for him, but good rebound picked up there by Robbie Gouda and then by Mahmoud Sabri. Spins it in but doesn't drop for Egypt. Ashraf Amar for Egypt. Long ball across to Sabri, then to Al-Sabai. Al-Sabai, hook pass to Ashraf. Ashraf Amar, then almost excellent play there by the Egyptians, but unfortunately for them the ball is turned over, and Algeria once again will bring the ball up 43-19 with 8 minutes 47 left on the clock. Ayo Badrani puts up the long three-point attempt, doesn't drop, and Egypt will come away with it, looking to start chipping away at this comfortable Algerian lead. Mahdi Abbas, Ashraf Amar, rolling backwards, puts up the shot, doesn't drop, and Egypt really struggling at this stage. Rafiq Mansouri coasts all the way through, nobody stops him, and fortunately for Egypt, Faisal Shureisha was unable to convert. Ashraf Amar to Mahmoud Sabri. He'll look to find foul is called on number 7 for Egypt by the looks of it, Sami Al-Sabai. Offensive foul. His first foul. Algeria, Ayo Badrani finds Rafiq Mansouri, and he is fouled. And basket will count, and to the line he will go. Foul there is on the number 8 there for Egypt, which is Mohammed Ahmed. Doesn't drop. Mohammed Ahmed brings the ball up. Rafiq Mansouri for Algeria. fakes right and tries to get past Ashraf Amar. Mohammed Ahmed, but good defensive work there on that occasion. Tangle of chairs there with Faisal Shureisha and Ashraf Amar. Mahdi Abbas for Egypt. Semi Al-Sabai. Long pass from Shureisha towards Badrani, and Badrani will convert for Algeria. Six minutes, 16 left in this, the third quarter of game one of the semi-finals here at the IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers in Johannesburg, South Africa, coming to you from the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre, the home of wheelchair basketball, and a timeout called by the Egyptians. Right, back to the action. Violation against Algeria, and Egypt will have the possession. Referee Yusuf and Arnold Muswaya just confirming with each other what the call was, and sorry, Algeria now with the put-in. Mansouri. Rafiq Mansouri for Algeria. Travelling violation called against Mansouri, and Egypt now. Semi Al-Sabai. Algeria pressing deep against the Egyptians, and Mahdi Abbas did well to get the ball over the half court before the 8-second call might have been sounded, and good pass there by Mahmoud Sabri, finds Ashraf Amar, but closely watched by Mansouri. Player down for Egypt is Al-Sabai, and they will get the put in again as the referee stops the play. Long range three-point attempt there by Mahdi Abbas. Doesn't drop, but the rebound's picked up by the Egyptians. But they are struggling to convert at this stage. Rafiq Mansouri, Faisal Shurashia, Ashraf Amar, Mahmoud Sabri looking for help, lays it off to Sami Al-Sabai. Loses his balance but manages to find Abbas. Ashraf Amar screaming at his teammates, wanting the ball played in at his height advantage, and luckily for Egypt though, they will retain the possession. They have 14 seconds on the shot clock. Substitution for both teams. Coming on for Algeria is Hakim Badashi, the number 10, as well as number 8 for Algeria's Mustafa Abbasi. And of course number 12 there is Abdurruf Abad. Lajadat doesn't drop for the Algerians. Foul called against Egypt. A quite happy looking Algerian bench here, and they sense that they have done enough even at this stage to book their tickets through to the final of this the 2020 IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualifiers. And of course the winner of this game will play the winner of the second semi-final, which of course comes to you at 7:30 tonight, and that is host nation South Africa up against defending African champions Morocco. Foul called on the Algerians, and that will send Ashraf Amar to the line. 4 minutes 22 left here in this third quarter, and Algeria 50, Egypt 19. So a huge mountain for the Egyptians to climb, and it does not look at all likely that they will be able to do it at this stage. Ashraf Amar narrows the gap down to a mere 30 points. Second attempt also successful. Algeria back down the court with Mejidoun, and he finds Hakim Badashi, and he converts. So Algeria 52, Egypt 21. Abdelaziz for Egypt. Mahdi Abbas finds Ashraf Amar. Can he convert? He can. 3 minutes 50 left in this third quarter. Mejidim finds the number 6 Lajadat. Lajadat and Mejidim combining well there, and good work there by Lajadat. Steals the ball away from the Egyptians. Goes into measured them. Can he convert? He doesn't. Rebound picked up there by Abdelaziz for Egypt. Tries to find Ashraf Amar. He does well to find Abdelaziz, but Ashraf Amar is on the court, so the referee stops the play, and the physiotherapist will make sure he's okay, and we will have Egypt with the put-in. They will need to get the ball over the halfway line, otherwise they shall be blown for the 8-second violation as the shot clock sits at 16 at the moment. Referee Mashwaya and Onono just confirming something together. All right. Bebo will inbound the ball for Egypt. He will look to play it to their number 8, Mahmoud Ahmed, and he does. Mahdi Abbas. Ashraf. Technical foul is going to be called on the Egyptian number 6, Abdelaziz. Again, it went out of the court, which of course is illegal. And both teams had been warned earlier in the game, so each time that happens, technical fouls will be called. Algeria now 53, Egypt 23, so 30 points advantage maintained throughout most of the second half, and we have just over 3 minutes left in this third quarter. So, not quite sure what the confusion was there. So it looks like it was actually the Algerian player that left the court, not the Egyptians. And Egypt have the possession now. Abdelaziz trying to put up a shot, and a great shot there by Mohamed Abdelaziz. Egypt 25, Algeria 53. Algeria just get it over the half court as the 8-second call was almost called there. And Hakim Badashi loses his balance, and number 9 called for the foul, which is Ashraf Amar. Just under 2 minutes 30 to play, and Egypt will bring on number 14 Mohammed Hassanin, and number 9 Ashraf Amar finds himself on 4 fouls, as does his teammate number 8 Mohammed Ahmed. Converted by Hakim Badashi. Hakim Badashi converts both. So Algeria 55, Egypt 25. Just under 2.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Abdelaziz. Shot clock at 9. Looks to get it into the zone, and they find the tall Number 8 there for Egypt is, of course, Mohamed Ahmed, and he's fouled in the process, much to his delight, and he will go to the line for the bonus shot. Doesn't drop for Egypt. Rebound tapped away, but by Egypt, and Algeria break it fast with IWBF, and Hakim Badashi struggling to get a shot up. He does, and good rebound picked up there by Lajajat, and Algeria now 57, Egypt 27, coasting to a convincing victory in this first semi-final. Of course, still the fourth period to come, but Algeria have the luxury of playing their bench players, and their bench players have just built on what their first five had started earlier on. So good run out for the second string court players at this stage, and that will give them some good preparation for tomorrow's men's final. And the winner of the game here will take on the winner of the game that will come to us at 7:30 this evening, South African time, and that is, of course, the host nation, South Africa, taking on the defending champions, Morocco. Abdelaziz there not able to control the possession, and Algeria will bring it up with Hakim Badashi. Badashi lays it off to Mejdem, but he's unable to convert, and Egypt with number 14 there, Mohamed Hassan, and to Bebo. Shot clock starting to run down, but Egypt doing some good work until a poor finish there by Mohamed Hassan, and Badashi finds Lajadat. Lajadat converts for Algeria. Abdelaziz trying to get past Ayabajani, doing good work there with Abdelaziz, and converts. Had three Algerian players around him, and he still managed to convert. And that will bring us to the end of this third quarter here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre in Johannesburg, South Africa, as the game in the first semi-final between Algeria and Egypt. Algeria 61, Egypt 29, and we'll be back shortly. Bebo for Egypt, putting it in towards welcome back here to the fourth quarter. Abad to Lajazat. Foul is called against Egypt's number 10, Bebo. Long pass to Bebo. Can he do anything here? But loses control of the ball, and Rafiq Mansouri finds Bilal Ayashi. Mansouri lobs the ball towards Zidi. Once again, a technical foul as one of the Algerians goes out of play illegally. And I think that's probably the fourth or fifth technical foul for the same violation. Mahdi Abbas will take the free throw. Converts, and Egypt up to 30 points, and but still found themselves 33 points behind in this game. Ayashi puts up the shot, doesn't drop. Mahdi Abbas for Egypt, through to Abdulaziz. Abbas. Abdulaziz will look to put up the three. He does. Does it drop? Doesn't. Good work there by Mahdi Abbas. Steals the ball away from the big Omar Zidi, and he finds Abdulaziz. Egypt claw their way back another 2 points. The Algerian women's sides will of course be in action shortly after this game as they take on home team, the Cecil Amawila girls, and of course the Algerian ladies have already booked their tickets to Tokyo 2020, having won the best of 5 series against the Amawila girls, as they hold a 3-0 advantage with 2 games to play. 14 for Egypt is Mohammed Hassanin, and he finds number 8, Mohammed Ahmed. Can they convert? They can't. Unlucky there by Bebo. Bilal Ayashi goes flying to the ground as he's fouled by Mahdi Abbas. Good sportsmanship there by Abbas, and of course Ayashi. No hard feelings, and the game will continue. 7 minutes 47 left in this game. Algeria cruising to a convincing win at this stage. Ayashi spins and puts up the shot. Foul is called against, looks like number 8 there. Yeah, number 8 for Egypt. It's Mohammed Ahmed, the South African Amawila boys players. That will be the 5th foul there for Mohammed Ahmed, so he checks out of the game, and he will be replaced by number 13, Rabi Guda, who finds himself on 3 fouls at this stage. Ashraf Amar will check back into the game shortly. He's currently on 4. So the Egyptians have a few players that are in foul trouble. Ball bounces off the Algerian chair, and that'll give Egypt the opportunity for a substitution. And Ashraf Amar will come on, and Mohammed Hassanin will go off. Mahdi Abbas inbounds it to Amar. Amar finds Abdulaziz. Rabi Guda shouting for the ball, doesn't get given to him, and Rafiq Mansouri strips Bebo of the ball and lays it off to Ayashi, through to Zidi, and surprisingly the tall number 13 doesn't convert on that occasion. Abbas for Egypt. Mahdi Abbas puts up the 3. Will it drop? And it doesn't. And away come Algeria once more. Omar Zidi again doesn't drop. Didn't have control of himself in that situation. Rabi Guda converts for the Egyptians. So 6 minutes, 16 left in this first semi-final. Algeria 67, Egypt 34. Rafiq Mansouri puts up the shot, it bubbles out, rebound picked up by Amar. Rabi Guda loses balance but manages to get the pass off to Mahdi Abbas. Bebo will put up the 3. Doesn't drop. Gets the rebound. Thinks about setting himself up again. Instead gives it to Abbas. Abbas finds Ashraf Amar. He puts up the shot. Doesn't drop. Omar Zidi to Rafiq Mansouri. Back to Zidi. And this time Zidi should convert, and he does. Good steal there by Rabi Guda for Egypt. Can he pick it up and convert? Puts the ball back to Abdulaziz, and good interplay there between the two Egyptians, and they edge their way up to the 40-point mark. Bilal Ayashi will bring the ball up, and unsportsmanlike foul called against number 10 for Egypt, Bebo, and substitution now. Bebo will depart the court, as will Abdulaziz, and Mahmoud Sabri comes on, as well as Sami Al-Sabai. Ayashi. Converts the first shot. Second shot doesn't drop, but Algeria will retain the possession. Rafiq Mansouri to Bilal Ayashi. Omar Zidi converts. Algeria 70, Egypt 36. Good work there by Al-Sabah. Finds Mahmoud Sabri. Rabi good at trying to break free and get in the zone. They find Mahdi Abbas and he converts. So Egypt edging their way to the 40-point mark. Algeria lead by 32 points at this stage of the game. Omar Zidi. Mahdi Abbas for Egypt. Looking to find Rabi Gouda, but he's unable to pluck that out of the air. And Mahmoud Sabri puts his chair in the way, and away comes Mahdi Abbas. And he doesn't convert. Rebound unable to be picked up by either team, and a jump ball is called, and Algeria will have the put in. Omar Zidi off and checking into the game. We have Algeria is number 8. That is Mustafa Bassi. Ayashi will put up the 3-pointer, and it doesn't drop. Behind the back pass there from Mahmoud Sabri, and Egypt come away with it, but once again unable to convert. So we have just over 2.5 minutes to play in this first game, the first semi-final here at the IWBF Afro Paralympic Qualification Tournament, being played at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Sports Centre here in Johannesburg. Algeria will claim a convincing victory against Egypt. Ashraf Amar breaks down the middle of the court, moves out to the left, finds Mahmoud Sabri. Shot clock at 10. Puts up the long 3, and Algeria will complete the fast break, and Rafiq Mansouri doesn't convert. A couple of unforced errors now creeping into both teams as they see their way to the end of this first game of the day, and of course the first semi-final for the men. Timeout called by Egyptian coach Sharif, and with 2 minutes 5 to play in this game, Algeria leads 72-38.